What up, guys? I was cooking some Mapo tofu for the first time, and I just decided right before I actually fired up the stovetop that I would just turn it into a video. So this is going to be a little J Kenji alt style, but yeah, we'll see how it turns out together. So MVP of this video is my friend Jill Donaldson. She brought me not only both Szechuan peppercorns, but also some spicy bean paste, doju baijang. I don't even know. I don't even know it. This is not even the English name on here, but I'll show you what I have so far. So in here, I have just the white part of the scallions, crushed Szechuan peppercorns, ginger, garlic, and crushed Thai chilies. I have my medium firm tofu here, my scallions. I know it's supposed to be like ground pork or minced pork, but honestly, it's just so hard to cut up. I don't have a cleaver or anything, so it's just pork belly that's loosely cut, to say the least. And then here I have some oxtail broth that I had left over, and then in here I have more oxtail broth mixed with cornstarch, which is supposed to thicken it. So let's see how it goes, shall we? And we're gonna use sesame oil for this, and then it says to make your own chili oil, which I have not taken the time to do yet. So we're just going to use a combination of the Thai chilies that are about to get fried right now, and then some lai gao ma. So yeah, let's see how it turns out. I'll catch up back in with you when it starts cooking. All right, so now we got this frying up pretty well. It's getting pretty fragrant. I don't want to burn it, so I'm going to go ahead and mix in my pork belly. And then it says on the recipe to cook this until basically all the meat is broken apart and basically cooked all the way through. And then from there, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of this doju baijang, which I've heard is, all the recipes say this is the basically key ingredient to it. And so Jill actually brought this for me today. I found it on my doorstep, so I'm very excited to try it out. Mapo tofu is one of my favorite dishes. It's actually my grandma's favorite dish, which is how I started eating it. But there's just something about it that's just numbing and spicy and oily, and it just goes so great with rice. And I just have a really big craving to eat rice recently. So yeah, hopefully this all turns out. Oh, it smells so good already. It seems like the pork is starting to get cooked all the way through. So let's go ahead and add. This is tablespoon, okay. I don't care if I go a little bit over. That looks about right to me. Oh man, that smell. That's such an amazing smell. Okay, we'll mix this in here. Let it fry for a little bit, and then we're gonna add our it said to use chicken stock, but I had some oxtail broth left over that I forgot about, so we're just gonna use that instead, and I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, now we're starting to get all this cooked through, and I know there's no way that this is going to be authentic or as good as a professional chef or restaurant might make it, but there's very limited Asian food you can get in Whistler, so I've just learned how to make do. And even my version of sundubu, which is a spicy Korean tofu stew, is just a really dumbed down version that requires a lot less work and effort from the traditional recipe. So that's kind of just what I'm going with now. We're gonna let this cook down for a little bit, and then we're gonna go ahead and add our tofu, which I have already cubed earlier. This is 1 pound of medium tofu. There's been a couple different recipes that said to do different things with the tofu. You know, some say simmer. I decided to go with the recipe that said to simmer it for 15 minutes, because some recipes called for silken tofu. Some said don't use silken tofu, use soft tofu. But the one, this particular recipe I liked because it said to start with medium tofu and then to simmer it for 15 minutes. And that would soften it up to sort of the soft or sort of silken tofu consistency. So I'm going to save some of these green onions actually for the garnish, but we're just going to go ahead and add, you know, the stem part of it, because that's where all the oils and all the flavors are. And which, by the way, these are some monster green onions. You guys see this right here? Like look how thick that is. It's like, it said use 1 green onion, but like honestly, it's like 3 green onions in one. Okay, so now we're gonna let that simmer for a little bit. This is my cornstarch oxtail slurry. And this is supposed to just thicken it up. So we're just gonna add a little bit here. And wow, it just looks, that looks so great already and smells amazing. Yeah, so we're gonna bring this back up to a boil. I'm gonna set it down to a simmer. And then in about 15 minutes, hopefully this will have thickened up quite a bit because of the evaporation, and then also the cornstarch is supposed to thicken it up. So now that we're at a nice boil, we're just going to set this down to low and put it on a simmer. And we'll see how it turns out. I'm going to just do the dishes, and in about 15 minutes, I'll start it back up and we'll see how it looks. We're only about 5 minutes into the simmering, but I just wanted to show you guys, like, it's just thickening up so well. I mean, this is like, I hope it's as good as it looks and smells, because it smells and looks amazing. So yeah, we'll actually, I'm gonna turn up the heat a little bit, and in 10 more minutes we'll see how the finished product is. 5 minutes left, but it is really starting to thicken up, and it just really gives it that classic like Mapo tofu look, like where it's just like the floating oil on top and it's not too much sauce. I'm just really excited. So all right, we'll see you in about 6 minutes. All right, our timer is going off. Our stovetop is off. We're at sort of the consistency that I was hoping to see. So now I think it's time to give it the taste test. It's actually, it looks pretty good. I was gonna say it's missing kind of like that. I'm used to this like crimson red kind of like oil layer on top that's very appetizing, which this doesn't. Actually, it kind of does. Oh, my mom just texted me. I will text her back in a second. First, I gotta try this food. So, what spoon am I gonna go with? Let's just go with the regular spoon. Okay. Here we go. Oh man, please be good. Oh, that is fantastic. Hold on. Wow, that is so good. I'm surprised I never made it before. It's actually pretty easy. Also, I gotta look at this footage. I don't know if I should have shot in the ultra wide angle, which is what I use for snowboarding. But wow, that is absolutely delicious. I'm gonna devour so much of this and go to sleep because I'm gonna try to get up for an early chair tomorrow. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'm glad I decided to turn this into a cooking video. And I guess if you guys are interested, I'll show you how to make some of my favorite dishes. And yeah, shout out to Jill Donaldson, who got me a bunch of the crucial ingredients. And then, you know, I just basically copied how Jay Kenji Alt does his cooking channel on YouTube. So, you know, inspiration there. But thanks for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, evening, night, morning, whatever time it is for you. And we'll see you next time.